effective communication barrier. A message source might be able to transmit a message across a transmission medium, but there are a lot of things that could stop it from getting to the recipient. By the way, the sender that is being intended. The following list of potential roadblocks could prevent effective communication. The first is poor encoding. So this one class, this is commonly that happens when the source of the message is unable to produce the appropriate sensory stimulation to achieve the message goal. And this one class, for instance, might cause a verbal pacing in persons or person-to-person communication to be poor, leading to the intent or intended communication that is being different from what is actually spoken. Inadequate encoding can also be evident in advertising that are challenging for the target population to comprehend. So, such as those that use terms or symbols that are meaningless to outsiders, or worse, uh, that have entirely distinct meaning inside a particular cultural group. So this frequently happen, class, when marketers utilize the same marketing message in a nations or numerous community. And the message recipient may interpret words, symbols, sounds, and other elements of the message differently as a result of a translational or cultural differences. Okay, so maybe different perspective on how these people or group of people perceive the message that you have conveyed to them by by using the same message. Okay, so next class is poor decoding. This one, it refers to a message receiver's error in processing the message so that the meaning that was being given to the received message is not what the source is intended. So there is a different interpretation of the message that was being received. So this differs from poor encoding when it is clear. Okay? So yung ano class na yung sender's message is very clear. And through the comparative analysis with other receiver, there are other groups of people who receive the same information. And the message source is intended, but this one, uh, let's say, one person out of 10 has a different uh, uh, perception or different decoding in that message that was been sent among them. So clearly, as we noted above, if the receiver's frame of reference is different, the meaning of words are different, the decoding problems can occur. More likely when it comes to marketing promotion, decoding errors, class occur due to personal or psychological factors, such as not paying attention to a full television advertisement, driving too quickly in, and also past the billboard, or allowing one's mind to wander while talking to a salesperson. And that person is not really listening um, carefully when the salesperson is being explained the functions of a specific product. So that is a poor decoding. And also, class, the next is medium failure. Communication lines can occasionally malfunction and result in the transmission of shaky or faltering signals. Other times, the message is conveyed using the incorrect medium, and also, for instance, it won't be a successful to try to inform doctors or other in this case class, no, doctors about the new treatment for heart disease using the television commercials that quickly flashed highly detailed information as it will to present this information in a print advertisement. where doctors can take their time evaluating the information. So there is a error class now of the medium that was being used, and there is no it is not the error between the receiver or by the sender. The problem is in the middle, which is this is the medium that was being used, that the communication will be um, uh, used to transmit the message. Okay, next is communication noise. When an external factors, the word interferes with the message transmission in some way, there is noise in communication because of the interference. When loud noises prevent the recipient from hearing a message. This is the most obvious instance. So, communication noise class can result from almost any interruption for the sender or the receiver to have a smooth encoding and decoding of the message. Any interruption, that is a communication noise. The sheer volume of commercials that people encounter every day in advertising that overwhelms, or more accurately, distract many consumers. So, in my own no observation, there are some of the stores in the market. They're trying to attract customers by playing a music by their sound system. But there are some instances, class, when you pass by with these local stores, their volume of the music or the sound, it became a noise pollution already because it's so loud, and it creates a what we call, class, the um, that what we call the noise, in which it is not already appealing to the target customers to come in because it's so very loud. And that is something that that's a very simple explanation, class, of simple observation in our common day-to-day life. And it is challenging for advertisers to communicate with their target audience through such advertising clutter, this noise. So I have experienced, class, now when I'm offering a condominium unit. It is one in a Marriott hotel, and I'm offering flyers. The customer actually, class, or the target, my prospective buyer is actually somehow interested in my offering. He's asking question. He's I can see his interest, but the place, somehow, because there are a lot of people, it is very difficult to continually have a good conversation with this target, the prospective buyer. And what happened, class, is it ends the communication, like, because we did not properly secure the contact of that person. And that's part of the sale. That's part of the experiences that we encounter. And these barriers, class, actually will, even a simple the noise can really affect the conditions of the potential client that can tap. So that's why we need to be very observant. And how can we be able to neutralize these barriers? Okay, next, class, is the keys to effective communication. Understanding, class, how communication functions can help marketers deliver their message and more effectively. Marketing professionals should concentrate on the following details in which to enhance their communication with their target audience in light of the information that we're going to discuss. Number one, classes, you need to be very careful in your encoding of the message. Even using the Facebook in marketing, the details of your product, you need to check carefully. Marketers must ensure that the message they transmit is written in a way that message recipient will understand. This entails having a solid grasp of how the words, the symbol that are being used, the sound, and other stimuli that is being employed by the marketers are interpreted by their target audience. And also, class, it's very important that we need to allow the feedback from the message recipient, in which can be significantly improve the communication. And also to if there are things that needs to adjust, you can be able to alter. And also it will aid in determining whether the marketer's message was correctly decoded and comprehended. By offering a simple choices for replying, such phone numbers, internet, chat, and email, and also feedback can be improved. Here, class, now I have a experience in recently when I purchased an item in Lazada. So the package should be delivered to me, but the courier, the one who will deliver the product to me, did not properly communicate on what time he will exactly deliver the package. And as the customer class, I expressed my anguish to the situation, and I made a comment, a formal form. I fill up the digital form and submitted to Lazada. And I also contacted the seller that the courier has a problem in his communication to me because he did not inform me what time he's going to deliver. And then he will just suddenly decide to deliver the product on the next time, and extended time. So it really creates a inconvenience in my part because class, I am expecting to receive the product by 10 in the morning, and then if I didn't call this courier, I am not aware that he already changed his schedule and to deliver the product by 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And in that case, class, it's very inconvenient. What I did is I made a feedback, and successfully the product was delivered to me. And that is very important, class, in a business because that will also improve any services or the product by allowing this feedback from our clients that will give us a room for improvement. And also, class, reduce the noise. The marketers often has a little control over the interference with their message in promotional scenarios. So there are few situations, class, though, where the marketers can intentionally reduce the noise. For salespeople, for instance, can be taught to reduce the noise by using strategies that reduce customers' distraction. And also, class, in marketing, time is a very important element. The shorter the time that you can be able to convey your message is also critical because the attention span of your customer is very little. So that is one example, class, no, on how you can be able to pin pinpoint your message. You need to be very precise and very accurate, and also swag, very fast also, such as scheduling meetings during quiet periods or inviting potential clients to a location with less distraction, like a conference facility. So sometimes less, no, in selecting a coffee shop or selecting a place where you can be able to conduct your presentation is a very crucial element in closing a deal. So that's why you need to look for a place where you have that peaceful environment, a coffee shop where it offers uh, controlled environment, not so no, that's not so noisy, in which you can be able to control this distraction. like a conference facility. And also class no. In addition, advertising can be created in a way that distinguishes the marketer's advertisement from others, such as using white space in magazines and also advertisements. And also, class, part of the key in effective communication is pick the right audience. You need to know who is your audience. A marketer's ability to promote their items will greatly improve by selecting the appropriate audience for you to reach. There is a quote, class, that not everyone is your customer.